What is going on, everybody? Welcome for the first time or back to another DLJ Works video. And what we're going to talk about is a fraction of what you can do with Uscreen. And that is how to build your own Udemy platform using Uscreen. Like I said, this is only going to be a fraction of the power of Uscreen in order for you to do that. But this video is basically going to just be providing you the idea and the potential that you're going to have if you so choose to do so. And if we take a look at Udemy, Udemy basically is a course hosting platform to where it invites you. Well, I'm not going to say it invites, but you're welcome as a independent content creator, course instructor, to try to get your course hosted with Udemy and take advantage of their own marketplace. So you can have that same sort of platform, that same sort of opportunity, just using Uscreen if you know how to market, if you know how to bring those outside skill sets in to get people to generate traffic and be able to invite other people, other instructors, and have a place for them to actually build their own or host their courses with you, because you're trying to actually have your own Udemy. So we're going to kind of walk through that. And like I said, this is only going to be a portion and just giving you the idea, all right? And I'm going to walk you through some key things that you can actually do in Uscreen in order to accomplish this. Now, I already have Uscreen up. The first thing that we actually want to do, so the author side is going to be the most important thing here, at least right now in this video. There's probably going to be some other things, but in terms of just giving you the basics of this, where you're trying to actually add other instructors on here, you're going to have to use the add authors feature. And I actually talked about that, with the importance of adding authors and the potential of you being able to negotiate, being able to work things out with other people who want to bring their own content onto your platform and take advantage of the traffic that you're generating, if you're good at generating traffic and you know how to actually market your platform. So if I wanted to add authors, I'm going to just walk you through this very quickly. So I wanted to add two course instructors. All right, I already have one up here, general, from another video named Sandy Miller, but the author's name, I'm just going to say Professor 1, all right, O-N-E, bio, this is a male professor for my Udemy type platform. So male professor, so professor number 1 wants to actually add or take advantage of your Udemy platform for courses, because you're also hosting and providing maybe a unique spin. Maybe you're doing something different at IT. Maybe you're doing something, you're adding literature. I don't know, whatever the case may be. Maybe you also know that there's a problem with public education and you want to actually use this platform to try to provide some sort of like support, supplement, or out to be able to better that. Whatever the case may be, sky's the limit, all right? So now I'm going to upload an image, and I'm going to add Professor number 1, this image here, and upload. So I have my own, I have Professor number 1 actually up here with some very simple details. You can go to SEO, and if you need to change the professor name, we can actually just, on the URL handle, we can just say Professor 1 for SEO reasons, and then the description, this is Professor 1 for my Udemy type platform. Now, of course, you want to fill these details in with smart SEO descriptions that relate to the people that you're adding. So Google, they can rank in Google search or DuckDuckGo or wherever they're being searched at, all right, or to easily be found within your own platform. So I'm also going to save this, but for now, this is all for demonstration purposes, demoing. So I'm going to save this professor, all right, and now I'm going to add another one. I'm going to add another professor here, okay, Professor 2, all right. This is Professor 2 for my Udemy type platform. Okay, upload this image. Okay, female professor, 1 male, 1 female, upload. Okay, and we're going to hit save. And then same thing for the SEO. We're going to just also say to Professor 2. And then for the SEO description, this is Professor 2 for my Udemy type platform. Okay, just hit save. All right, perfect. So now we have our authors added. So if you had your own Udemy platform, the question may be, well, do I have to do this for every author that I want to add? Do I have to enter these details on my own? And for now, the short answer to that is going to be yes. There probably is going to be a much simpler way in the future, but for now, as I'm demoing this is just the potential. All right, those are little details that we can actually figure out later, but right now I'm just kind of planting that seed, giving you the idea that you can actually have your own Udemy if you so choose to do so. Especially if you're trying to go after a certain niche market, you can actually be the conglomerate, the mega corporation, online mega corporation for that specific niche, and creating your own Udemy. So now we need to give these people some content. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to content, and I'm going to upload just a video per person. All right, so I'm going to go to browse. Okay, and let me go to my morning announcements because I was just going to I'll use this additional announcement 1. All right, we'll let this load. All right, perfect. We're back after that loaded. So now we're going to let it transcode. It's a short video. So, and we could change the details here in a second. So this is going to be for professor number 1. I'm going to browse again, and I'm going to add a second video. All right, and this is also going to be for professor number 2. So 1 video per person. So we're going to let this load, and I will be back in a second. All right, perfect. This video is also in the process of transcoding right now. So, and then we're going to change the details, and I'm going to show you how to actually attach the authors to each video here in a second. Remember, I have to keep reminding you, this is potential, but this platform is perfect if you're trying to build your own Udemy type of media company. All right, great. Now let's go ahead and let's edit each video. So we're going to edit the details for each video. So I'm going to delete the name announcements I'm going to put here for Professor 1 video. All right, and I'm going to leave this blank for now, but follow your SEO standards and what will be appropriate on how to name actually these videos. Okay, but one thing that we want to actually get to, and if you don't want to allow downloading, you can just leave this unchecked if you just want them to stream within your platform. So that's basically what that's going to mean. So now I've changed this name, so I'm going to click save. All right, and let's go to appearance. And here's where we want to go to right here. We want to go to choose author. So now I'm going to go to choose author. I'm going to get us to Professor 1. Okay. And you can do a feature category image and feature category video. But right now, the importance at this moment is to go ahead and we're going to add the author. Now, if we look at categories, I'm going to mention this right here while we're on this screen. We know that Udemy, you can type in, go search any category that you want to, because this pretty much kind of, it caters to industries that are able to teach you things online that you necessarily may not be able to, that you can also learn in person. But yeah, that's what this platform is going for. But if you're trying to niche down, right now, I'm just going to say in the tech space at this moment. So I'm going to create a new category. So I'm just going to say IT. Okay. That's for Professor 1. So we're going to say IT for this one, for information technology. All right. And all the extra stuff, we'll worry about that later. Custom filters, everything else. Click save. If you want to get a deep dive on what some of these categories, what some of these elements are, you can check out my Uscreen quick start guide that is on Gumroad. The link will be in the description for that as well. All right, so now we have this saved and we have a professor attached to it. Let's go back to our videos and let's do the same thing with this video right here. So we'll say Professor number 2. Professor 2 video. We'll leave this blank, and we want to go ahead and click save here. And you need to click save after you get done with each and every screen that you're on. So now I'm going to go to appearance, same thing. New category here. I'm gonna do, let's just say if I wanted to, writing and technology is what my Udemy platform is going to cater to. So I'm gonna say literature and hit create. And now I'm gonna choose Arthur. I'm gonna choose professor number 2. And then we're going to click save. All right, perfect. So now we're going to go back to dashboard. And what we're going to do, actually, let me see here. What we need to do is we need to go to the storefront and see what this is now going to look like. All right. So let me go ahead and find our storefront here. Okay. So now that I'm able to go to the storefront now we can directly go to Arthur's and we can actually check out down here where I clicked on the filters area, and we can check out the categories. And now if we go to IT, we should actually be able to pull up. I'm going to pull up professor number 1. Okay. One of the things that I've noticed, and I'll actually go ahead and say this because it's also good when you come across an issue to go ahead and address it and figure out, instead of me editing this out, this is also a good opportunity to go ahead and help you to solve it. So we know that you saw me add the category and the Arthur to these videos, but why is it not showing? I'm going to show you how to correct that here in just a second. So let's go back to our content. One of the things that I forgot to actually do when I actually went to go edit, I'm going to go back to this publication. We need to go ahead and we need to publish it. All right. And we're going to go ahead and just leave this at select date. We're going to just go ahead and go to save. All right. And we're going to go back and do the same thing with the other video. So it's going to be highlighted in green here. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to publication, go to publish, leave the select date off because it's going to publish immediately. And now we should go ahead and I should be able to refresh this. And now our videos should be able to be found. All right. And we can see that for professor number 1, for IT professor here. All right. And we can actually see our professor. So if you're trying to host your own, Udemy platform, then the information for that professor so they can get credit and all the sales can actually be split between your platform and the instructors that you're sharing your platform with. Their information will be available here as well. So if I go to view profile, we can see the description that I wrote here is being shown, and all the videos underneath that professor can also be seen as well. Now, here's another big thing about this also that I did not get to talk about. So when you're hosting or you're inviting other people to be on your Udemy type platform, you can actually use the collections function in order for those authors, aka instructors, whatever you're trying to call them on your platform. And if they have several courses, they can just bundle this up under the collections function. And from there, if you go to, like for example, here I have Chicago the series. So let's just say, for example, if I wanted to give this to an author, right now I have it underneath Sandy Miller. So she's not really a professor, but for this one, we're going to pretend like she is. If I go to pricing, all right, if you notice on Udemy, I can actually click on, certain professors, certain videos. And now if I go to add to cart, that's another function also as well that you can actually enable. You can enable a one-time purchase. You can enable it to be a rental, or you can add it to a subscription plan. Whatever you want to decide, you can actually make this happen here on this side for each individual piece of content. And because Uscreen allows you to do this on individual videos, collections, however you want to do it, you can actually sell a single collection for a one-time purchase and never ever put it actually under a plan if you're trying to sell this outside individually from the annual plan that you're offering towards people. It's just so much power in terms of how much customization you're going to have when you're trying to build your own platform and get those sales, and how you want to negotiate between your customers and the instructors that you're inviting in order to have a powerhouse just like Udemy. So that's going to be it for this video. I don't know if you wanted me to even dive deeper on how you can actually really truly build your own Udemy please leave a comment below, or you can shoot me an email. All that contact information is also in the description and the pinned comment below, and we'll go from there. So I hope you found this video very helpful and really sparked you some ideas. If you want to really take a deep dive again with Uscreen, my quick start guide available on Gumroad, link is in the description for that as well.